What's up everyone, Art here, and I'm underneath one of our shop cars today about to install a brand new Overtake item. It's the rear diff bushing insert kit. Now, if you haven't taken a look at your rear diff in great detail, I don't blame you, but luckily we've got our car up on the lift so you can see exactly what's going on. The differential is mounted by 4 bushings. You have 2 right here on the subframe and then 2 in this area. If we take a closer look at these bushings, we'll notice that the passenger side is complete, but the other 3, the 2 in the back and 1 on the driver's side, actually have voids running all the way through them. And so what our insert kit does is go into those and fill the voids, making them a stiffer setup. The alternative would be to have to drop the entire diff and subframe assembly, push out those bushings or burn them out, and then put solid bushings in. Most people aren't going to do that, nor do they need it for their daily driver. So I want to show you a little bit before and after on the amount of play that we have. You can see the up and down movement in this. Once we get our insert bushings in, it should solve that issue. So what I'm going to do is get down to the bench here, unbox them, show you what we got, and then we'll install them. Let's pop open the kit so I can show you what's in here. Basically, you're gonna have everything to transform the feel of your rear diff. There are 2 metal washers, a packet of lube, and then the 4 polyurethane bushings. Now these are 85 durometer, which means they're decently stiff, but they do have some give to make install a little bit easier. Now the install itself is going to be pretty straightforward. You have 2 nuts that are going to come off the front, and then the inserts will go in there. And then the driver's side bushing, same thing. The nut will come off, and we're going to insert one on either side of those. So why don't we get started, and I'll show you exactly how easy it is. I would say that the most difficult part of this install is inserting these bushings because it's a tight fit, and that's why we have the packet of lube. So on these rears, we can lube up where it's going to insert right here, and then I'll show you a trick once we get on the car to getting these in. Now these are greased up. We can insert them in the right orientation. This V portion goes up top. So we'll line it up and then give it a little bit of a push. Like I said, this is going to be the most difficult part of the install, but it's not too bad. You can also get your Prybar out, and that'll help a little bit. Now that we're about half of the way on, there's enough threading on here where we can insert the washer and the nut, tighten it up, and it will seat the bushing into place. Now that we've got those mostly taken care of, the last thing that we need is to torque them down, but I'm going to save that till the end and move on to the cross member right here. Now you notice we have 2 polyurethane bushings that still need to go in, and those are going to be on this side sandwiched in. That means we have to pull this nut and bolt here, and then we have to loosen these nuts over here so that we can swing this down, and then we'll have access to put both bushings in. Now, one more thing to mention is since you're going to be loosening that cross member, you're going to want to support your diff. If you have a lift like this, obviously you need something like this, but if you're down on the ground, a jack or a jack stand will do. Now that we've got access to this bushing, I wanted to bring up something. Now these are going to be molded obviously, and sometimes the mold comes out with a little flashing still inside. You can see here at the top, we're going all the way through, but if I start poking on the sides, I kind of stop at the center. There's a thin membrane in there, and in order to get our bushings in, I would suggest just carving that out a little bit. It's super easy. Just get a pick in there or an X-Acto knife or a blade and open it up just a little bit. It'll make installing the Overtake bushings easier. I think it's pretty self-explanatory what we need to do here. This is going to insert only one way on both sides. So let's lube it up like we did with the other ones and then press them in. Something else to say is because these bushings from the factory are going to vary a little bit, it's going to be different from car to car. So on ours, the rear aftermarket bushing inserted just fine, but the front is getting hung up just a little bit. What you could do is use those washers that you have from the other two bushings from our kit and sandwich that together. We've got these bushings super duper close. Once we put it back in the mount and tighten everything up, it'll sandwich it all together nicely. So now we just realign everything and get it inserted into place. Okay, we're almost wrapped up. The last thing to do is to torque everything down. The specs are as follow. You have 52 in the rearmost, then these are going to be 82, and the two down here are going to be 37 foot-pounds. And of course, I wanted to show you guys the difference before and after. You remember how much up and down play this had. Now, it's almost non-existent, and I really have to get at it to even get it to move a little bit, but it still has enough give to not make this uncomfortable in the rear. It's pretty much the perfect upgrade to these bushings. These are one of those products that when we were developing, I was actually surprised by the end result. Now, I've dropped subframes and differentials before and done solid aluminum bushings. It's about 10 times the work that we put in today, and the difference between the two is actually pretty similar. Now, this also retains some of the streetability and the comfortable driving characteristics of the car, whereas a fully solid bushing is more for track use only. So I'd say they're a really nice upgrade for anyone that's looking to drive their car aggressively, but still daily drive it throughout the year. Now, if you guys are interested in these particular inserts or any of the other underbody bushings that we make, I'm gonna throw all the links down in the description. You can always head to overtakeusa.com, check out all of our product offerings. Of course, if you like what we're doing here, then follow along at Overtake USA on all our social media platforms.